Alright, today I'll be talking about the difference between an AI agent and Langchain code, okay? Many people tend to over-explain things. I'll get straight to the point. An AI agent in N8N lets us connect a model, different types of memory, and a tool, okay? All this through a trigger, which is no different from Langchain, alright? So what's the difference? Well, the difference between an AI agent and Langchain code is that we could customize the AI agent as much as we want instead of it being fixed. So let's select it. We're going to click add input, okay? What type of input? Well, for example, a language model. Now I also want to add memory and, for example, a tool. So we have language model, memory, and tool. See? Sounds familiar? We literally have the same setup right now. What's the difference? Here I can add N1, meaning infinite connections, okay? If I now connect Anthropic, right? Now I'm going to connect Google Gemini, for example. Perfect, it's connected. Now I'll connect ChatGPT too, so I have 3 models linked. This works through code that runs each message on different models. It depends on the specific use case, you see? Here you send a message, got it? This set underscore LLM underscore index basically defines the index type to use once a message is received. We use ChatGPT 4.0 Mini, 4.0 OpenAI, or 1, improving the model as we go, okay? Here we have a variable that lets us switch models through code by adding a language model. Believe it or not, this is a Langchain, okay? We also have the option to generate a polite response, alright? This is where the response is validated. If the first model, OpenAI 4.0 Mini, can't validate the response, we say, hey, increase the LLM underscore index. The LLM underscore index is increased, okay? Then we move on to OpenAI 4.0. Doesn't work? Then we try 0.1, okay? And so on. If none work, we simply return an error, alright? So this is basically one way we could approach this, okay? For instance, generating responses, switching models, validating answers, right? This isn't impossible with an AI agent, but it's more complex. It would need to be done in a more detailed, less condensed manner, you see? We're talking about adding models and tools, but beyond that, you can add even more. Like a string or a document, you know? You can add docs, text divisions, vector stores, and other tools, got it? So Langchain is clearly about customizing AI, and that's the main difference. Alright, today I'll explain why N8N stands out. Many start with N8N for custom automation. For basic ones, you'd use Make, which is more visual, or even Zapier. You might even use Zapier. N8N's open source nature allows free use, trading computer power for functionality, which is a plus, but it's crucial to know many users stop halfway. They learn N8N, grasp AI agents, and that's it. So what happens? AI agents are available in all tools, right? You might ask, but what's the evolution of the AI agent? Well, this is currently only in local mode, and it's the Langchain code, okay? So basically, this node is added with the tab, add another trigger, other forms, sorry. AI, I mean. Below, other AI nodes, then miscellaneous and Langchain code, got it? And there we have it. Essentially, as I mentioned in the AI agents and Langchain comparison video, the main difference between an AI agent and Langchain code is that within Langchain code, I can add unlimited models, memories, and tools, plus I can customize it however I want. I can add text, include outputs, you know. I can add various inputs, like language models, memories, and more, okay? What's the result? Well, I'll show you a usage example so you can grasp the possibilities it offers. And really, in terms of possibilities, it opens up many doors. Of course it does. But it also allows you to optimize tasks that you could already do with AI agents, okay? The difference between Langchain code and an AI agent is that with an AI agent, you give more leeway for the AI to perform tasks and potentially make mistakes. With Langchain, there's less room for error, but it's also true that its use cases are more limited. It's more specific, so it's narrower in scope, but that doesn't mean it's less useful, alright? So, for example, I'm going to show you this workspace called Dynamically Switch Between LLMs for AI Agents using Langchain code. Okay? It's called that, and basically shows us an example of an LLM being used, where a message is sent, okay? In this case, I love waiting 2 weeks just to get a keyboard that doesn't even work. Great job. Any chance I can use the device I paid for? Well, first a language model index is set, okay? Basically, this fixed variable will allow us to generate a response based on one of these models, okay? As you can see here, we have a model selector, right? We select a switch model, and it handles things through code. Okay? It reads the given variable and selects one of these models, OpenAI 4.0 Mini, OpenAI 4.0, OpenAI 0.1, okay? It starts with the 4.0 Mini. A response is generated. If there's an error, the loop ends without results or an unexpected error occurs, okay? So a response is generated, right? And the generated response, for example, with OpenAI 4.0 Mini, goes through another validation, okay? This response validation, by the way, is analyzed using a ChatGPT model, got it? We're back to the same process. Here it basically analyzes sentiment and says, you're incredibly smart and precise, so please don't disrespect anyone, okay? The response is validated. If it worked, the result is sent. If not, the LM is increased, all right? We pass through here, no operation, do nothing. Okay, the increased LM is set, got it? Now we select the second model, 4.0. If 4.0 doesn't work, or if nothing works, we throw an error, okay? And that's it, all right? This is a small example of using this N8N feature that few people know about.